What up, everybody? It's Ralph from Bullies. So yeah, been chilling back at the house since I don't know. We were up in Indy about I don't know 10:30. Unfortunately, couldn't do the C-section at the time because he had to get ready for the wedding. But she is ready. She was ready at a 0.5, but he couldn't do it. I'm basically on standby, keeping an eye on her, taking her temp. It's definitely close. You can tell the way she's kind of acting, panting, lounging. I'm basically reading temps, making sure that it's not going to hit 97 and it's full-blown labor. Making sure that it's she's not having contractions and she's not pushing. I'm basically waiting until 10 o'clock. If she can hold off until 10 o'clock, he's meeting me and we're doing it tonight. It's going to be just me and him. I'm going to be hands-on getting these puppies out. And he'll basically be doing the whole operation on the surgery part and handing me the puppies as he's pulling them out. I got to go run to the next room. I got to wipe them up, booger sock them, get him to start whelping and crying and breathing and put him in the incubator. But at the same time, it's back to back. It's very fast. It's very fluent. He's one after another. So a lot of times he's ready, saying the next one's ready, and I'm still cleaning and booger sucking. Sometimes I can stay on point and get one done, and making a noise and crying, and move on to the next. But I know last time, not this last time, but the time before, was I'm trying to think. I was on like puppy number 3 or 4, and I didn't get it to cry yet or yelp or make any noise, and I was still rubbing, booger sucking, and cleaning. Meanwhile, he said the next one's ready. I had to leave it on the table, go get it, lay it down, and get back to the one that I had to leave behind. So it can get kind of crazy, kind of hectic. With that being said, just she's ready. She's panting. We've been chilling, and I don't have her in the whelping box because I am trying to prevent her going into labor. So that's the whole thing. I'm trying to prevent it. I want her not worked up. I want her lounged. I want her chilled out, but I don't want her in her whelping box thinking, I want her next to me and chilling and hanging out. She's more comfortable. She hasn't been digging much on a nesting stage, so her temp is bouncing back and forth, which is a good sign. I like that. It's, reading, it was 99. When it hit 98, I got nervous. Then it went back to 99. Then it went to 100 when we got back home. So I don't know if it was because she got hot on the drive, even though I had the air blowing, windows down. I don't know if she got hot and that's why it spiked back up to 100. But I liked seeing that 100 because I know that she's ready. I know it's a matter of hours. I just need her to hold off for another 6 more hours. I think it's about 6 more hours, but I'm gonna take her temp, and Just hold on, babies. Her last reading was her last reading was 99.2. So basically, taking her temp in her rear right now. Waiting for it to beat. I ain't peeping. So hold on, babies. Relax. Okay, it just beat 99.2, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy about that, as long as it ain't reading 97. So, just give me a minute. I gotta wash my hands and wash this off. So, as a backup plan, which, because I've never been put in this type of predicament, he's always there for me. But as a backup plan, I had to reach out and contact a couple of vets. Unfortunately, he's the only vet that I can rely on. The other ones, they always wonder why. Why don't I go there for ear cropping? Why don't I go there for C-sections? And I flat out tell them, you're not there for me. They get kind of irritated. But today was a prime example. They're open till 12 o'clock. I was on my way back home from Indy calling them just to say, hey, I know you guys close up. I said, I know it's about a half hour away. I said, I can make it by then. Would you guys do me a huge favor and do a C-section for me? I know, after hours, but if you guys can do that, I would really, really appreciate it. And they basically told me no. So that's why I'm saying, when you find a good vet, you got to cherish it. You got to realize how special you are, and how much of a cool bond that is between you and the doc. But I did find an emergency that is on standby. They know that it's a possibility that I'm going to be bringing her. What sucks is it's a emergency, so the money is a bit crazy and ridiculous. So you're talking, they said it can be, depending on how it goes, or how long, or how many pups. She said you're kind of looking at anywhere between $3,800 to $4,000, up to $6,500 to $7,000. $6,500 to $7,000. I'm like, fuck, man. Excuse my language, but that's how I felt, which I saw on a bully page down in what state was that? Missouri. They're getting away with like, I don't know, $400 or $500 C-sections. I couldn't believe it when I was reading that and seeing that. I think one guy said he was getting them for, don't quote me on it, but I thought he said 3 something. I'm like, what in the world? I need to move my ass down there. Instead of all the way up here in Indiana. Getting banger deals like that, shit. But because what you get up here for surgeries and C-sections and TCIs and ear cropping, it ain't nowhere near like that. You pay quite a bit of an arm and a leg up here, and even pre-scheduling, you got to pay a decent amount of money out for anything that I'm talking about and what I get done. That's why I always say I have to have money put back, because that type of money I don't just have floating around like that. That is stuff I have to take and put back into the business side and tuck it away and don't touch it, because when it's time to do breeding and time for pups to get delivered and ear cropping, and it's time to get everything done that I need to get done, it adds up. I'm walking away spending quite a few, dropping K's and grands left and right on each several things. So, but God bless, peace out, take care of the bulls. I'm going to hope she holds off until 10 o'clock and I could still do it and kick it with my original plan A. I don't want to go to plan B, but if I have to go to plan B, I got it already set up as a backup. So at least I got everything lined up. It's just I'm hoping it goes on the first plan and first route. 10 o'clock, we are going to start having some puppies, y'all. Peace out. Catch you on the flip side, everybody. Oh yeah, Ed Wendy even said, she goes, your eyes, you look tired, they're all glossy and glazy. I said, yeah. I said, I've been up since 3 o'clock. I said, I thought, I've been up and down on her, knowing that it was getting close, and I got shit sleep during it. And then I tried taking a nap today, because I know I'm going to be up super late and it's going to be a late night for me. But I can't get relaxed enough, because anytime she moves or makes a noise, I'm on high alert with her. So, yeah. So yeah, just tapping back in with everybody. It's getting later. Couple hours down from meeting. I think it's about 6 o'clock now. Temp is doing good. It's staying at a steady 99. I'm happy about that. But yeah, normally I like to wait to do my C-sections. I always kind of wait until I know it's full-blown labor. That, like, when they read 97, I call them and go get it done. So we're on track and on point with that. But what was I gonna say? I know last time he had us scheduled, I forget what day, and then I remember she hit 98. I gave him a heads up. I called him. I told him it could happen tonight. He said, okay, well, do you just want to wait until in the morning and touch base? I said, yeah, I just want to give you a heads up. And then when I called him in the morning and touched base, it's all right, baby. It's just my shadow. When I touch base back in the morning with him, he said, are you going to make it up here? I said, no. I said, let's hold off and wait until I think it was a Monday. I said, let's wait until Monday and let's see what's happening. And on our normal scheduled due date. And he said, okay, cool, I'll see you then on Monday. And Sunday's his day off. He got his day off on Sunday. Went back Monday. Did the reverse PG. And he said, yeah, it's time. It's go time. It's you hit the numbers like precise. Your timing and you waiting was, worked out perfect. Couldn't do it any better. He said she was ready for the C-section all of yesterday, all day long. He said, so you waited, perfect timing, and she didn't go into labor. She didn't have contractions. So you got her up here before all that, and it was perfect timing. And the last 3 times I hit perfect timing. Back to back, and now this time it looks like I'm gonna hit perfect timing again. So I've been lucky. God and Jesus been looking out for me, and that manner, and blessing me to being patient, being on point, being on key, keeping an environment, and not trying to make the labor happen. Try to basically let time take its course. Let puppies develop. Let mama be comfy, but with me comfortable and not worked up. Not out walking a bunch, like even peeing and pooping. I'm taking her out, and we're not going far. We're just staying right in the front yard because I don't need her to induce the labor more by walking. I like to always just smooth, steady, keep it calm, chill, mellow. Let time do its time. Let the puppies develop. Wait until almost natural birth. If natural birth is happening once it hits 97. That's like I said. I have woken up in the middle of the night. It was 97, making a pot of coffee, and her mom Mira came up to me and was panting and breathing. And I knew something was up because the way she was panting and breathing coming to me. I took a temp. Sure enough, it was 97. I called him, and I had to wake him up. It was like at 4:30, 5 in the morning. And he met me, and we did it hands-on, just me and him. So that's what's going to happen 10 o'clock tonight. In fact, nothing changes, and everything's going good and smooth and steady. I'm happy. I'm stoked. When he told me that she was ready from this morning, and then he wanted to be around, I was like, I put knots in my stomach. It kind of overflipped. Even though I always like to be patient and wait until last minute, but just knowing he's there when that time comes, telling me, yeah, oh, I'm not gonna be around for hours on end. It's like, oh shit. Yeah, I need to go to Plan B backup just in case. Yeah. And then he started saying, well, if you want to try to do natural, he's like, call me, you know, with complications and anything. I said, between how big Raga is on his shoulder spread, his head, I said, and yeah, how massive she is, I said, I don't know if I even want to risk trying to pass big puppies through her birth canal. I don't even know if it's possible she can do it. Yeah. And he goes, it does look like she has quite a bit in there. He said, what do you think? And he said, and I said, I don't know, ultrasound. We estimated about 4 to 5. And he goes, it looks like it's a whole lot more. It looks almost like it could be 8 plus. And I said, yeah, she's big. And he goes, and if it was only 4 to 5, he said, those pups are going to come out huge. I said, yeah. I said, no, I think it's more. I said, I keep a surprise. I don't do x-rays. And he said, yeah. He goes, well, if you ever want x-rays done, you know, just get a hold of me. I said, yeah, I know, but I like to actually keep it a surprise. I said, I like to know pups are coming off ultrasound, somewhat get a head count on what I can, and then wait for the big day and the big hoorah when it all goes down and happens. So, yeah, I'll finish out the video shooting some pups. I won't do the drive because it's dark, it's late. I'm going to be concentrating, going up to the city and stuff. So, and with her, trying to keep her calm. So I'm not going to film and drive and do all that with it being dark. But, yeah, I'll finish out the video with the litter of Rago and little Remy puppies. So yeah, I don't have the pups yet. I said the next clip's going to be the pups. I just wanted to show, yeah, we got a camera up. We got the whelping area all clean, sanitized, pig rails, heat lamp. Of course, table right here, that's where my incubator's going to be and all that stuff. Yeah. Got her all set up. Incubator's going to be there on the table. Ordered that. That's the big ass thing. That one I was talking about. That thing's like 70. I forget it's huge. So I had to fold it up, but then it creates double padding being folded and double waterproof. I was tired of messing with the smaller ones. I wanted to get a huge one, but that was one of the waterproof puppy mats I was talking about, all big. My heat lamp, it's weird, I plugged it in, but the on and off, for some reason the bulb kept heating up, so I unplugged it. Yeah, I just bought a new bulb for it, just to have it. But, yeah. Yeah, like I said, they'll be in there tonight. I still got boxes of rags and my chlorhexidine and, yeah, bowls of food. So, yeah, I got shit everywhere. I got supplies over there, too. My wipes and booger sucker and everything else. My scale, yeah, is up over here. But, yeah. It's time. I'm tired. I ain't gonna lie. Her keeping me up last night, well, woke me up too early, and then I just couldn't go back to bed. I was too stoked and amped up, and too much stuff to do, so I just started making coffee and stayed up and started taking care of all the big bulls and the bigger puppies, because now I'm going to call them big pups versus little pups, baby pups. So I'm going to call them big pups and baby pups. And then finally start making my decisions on what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, one of the females of the big pups are still going down to Mississippi. So she is still getting picked up sometime she is off the market, but then I don't know what I'm going to do with the boy because he's starting to look good, and it's the last chance for a while of me getting a Grimlock son. I've been wanting to hold on to a Grimlock son. I keep keeping his daughters. His females are coming out phenomenal all the time. The biggest, yeah, like I said, the first male, the first boy and son he had on the first male, he's 100 plus. So he's a monster. Philly boss. He's going to end up probably being the size he was when he left. I'm super stoked to see what he turns into. And then the one I kept, like I said, I'm back and forth. One of these days I will be using Grimlock again, but it's not going to be for a while. I'm going to break up that bloodline and before I pull it back in. Because I'm, like I said, running it hard in my yard. So that's why all these outside collaborations, I'm breaking it up now, and I'm pulling in new blood and badass, bloodlines, in different styles. Besides, like I said, two are pretty close, but they're still not 100% identical, but pretty close. And then the other two are complete opposites. So yeah, like I said, next clip will be puppies. I promise. So it's been a super long night. Drag him. Made it till morning. Everything's going good. And she finally starting to get the concept on being a mom. She don't want to come out and go potty. When that's about normal. Leave their babies. From what I could tell, got 3 boys, 3 girls out of it as of now. Still got weeks to go on hitting the safe zone. So as of now, yeah, they're looking really, really good. Short, compact bully, yeah, like her and Raga. Told you, it's gonna be something wild. But yeah, just touching base, waiting on Wendy to wake up and give me some relief, and I can get some sleep. All right, peace out. God bless everybody.